What's up, guys? It's me, Crystal Pokedude, and well, guys, the finale of Star is right around the corner. Finally, after this, we get a lot of answers, and I can finally go back to making other stuff aside from this on my channel. But, yeah, I'm hyped for the finale, and I see multiple things coming together, because they gotta tie up some loose ends. Like, they've created some loose ends, and I feel like they gotta tie them up. The first major one is with Eclipse's husband. Like, they gotta tie that one up. Don't know how they're gonna tie it up, but they gotta tie it up. And so, I'm going to use information we have from promos and all the other stuff, and basically tie this together and do how I think the finale is gonna go. So, jumping right in, we know one thing certain. Marco and his militia's gonna get their butt kicked. Going from divide to conquer, it's pretty clear that there's a shift of mood between the episodes. So I feel like they're gonna get whooped. They aren't gonna win. Not that it was really likely that they were going to win anyway, but they're gonna get badly whooped. Probably some casualties. I see if anyone goes, it's the Two Bird people and Hekapoo. I feel like Hekapoo would leave a ripple. I feel like the entire High Commission's gonna go down, because why would Marco be fighting Meteora and not the High Commission? Then again, the High Commission has a kind of a pattern of going out of commission. Yeah, I know that was a bad one. I'm sorry. Anyway, but you get the point. Like, they go down a lot. And Hekapoo being around, I don't know what the Magic High Commission's gonna go down. I feel like, so, using what we have from all of this is, Moon's dead, guys. Like, even if she were to come back to life and be healed somehow, like, if she was able to heal, she's still missing an eye now. And I don't think they're gonna go through the series with Moon having one eye. So, Moon's dead. Okay, let's just accept that. Now, looking at some of the other things, like in the promo that kind of spoiled Moon dying, we have the whole fiasco with, that everyone pays attention to the fact that Moon's diamond shattered, but they don't like to pay attention to the other two, and I have the other two on the screen, which are Star's heart being broken and Eclipse's thing kind of filling up. So I feel like what these two imply is, A, Eclipse is finally going to learn magic without a wand. Like, she's going to toughen up and she's going to learn magic without a wand. And that's how that's going to work. Like, she's going to be able to use the magic. Star's broken heart, on the other hand, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be a lot of people are thinking that she's just sad about Moon's death. But I'm going to take this one step deeper and say, we've seen cracks used a lot more symbolically in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. And that's why I'm saying it right now. I think Star is going to use the Darkest Spell. Because it draws so much parallels to the situation Moon was in. And I mean, it would make a lot of poetic sense. After losing their mother, they go out, they learn a spell that's seen as forbidden. They use it on an enemy, and they drive them off when no one else can. That's basically how I see this going. And I feel like they have to establish Meteora to have some more power, so, like, she uses her Drain ability on the High Commission and, like, gains their powers, kind of like Toffee was in Star Crushed, because let's be real, Meteora needs a power buff, because what did Meteora do? She got beat by Moon. That's what she did. And that's not enough, honestly. Like, she almost got beat by Moon, and if we know Moon's a lot less powerful with magic than Star. So that is where my proposition that she's got to get a power buff somehow for her to be threatening. Because the show likes to beat us over the head with the fact, hey, you see this? Star can do it a lot better than Moon can with magic. They beat us over the head with that. And I feel like if Moon's able to take down Meteora that easily, it's more of just a moral battle at this point. But I still foresee that they're going to tie that together. But there's one thing that interests me. I went into the last video I recorded, but it's not going to be up because this one takes priority, about how King River should technically be dead. But I found a line he used that was used in such a nonchalant way that I feel like only he could have used it, that kind of ties back into the whole butterfly family tree. And it's basically saying that Star can be replaced at any time. Like, on the surface, that just seems like, oh, it's played for jokes, so you can just replace her. But if you look at it with the context of all the Meteora stuff, dear Lord, they told us it was happening. And the thing is, the High Commission acts like no one knows. But River acts like this is a normal occurrence, meaning it's probably happened more than once. And that's where my theory comes in, that one of the past Queens of Muni was swapped out and adopted with another, and that other queen was a child of Hanus / Meteora. Now, I know what I would like to say, oh, but A, which queen would have been able to do it, and B, who could she have had? Well, let's be real. It's heavily implied that Hanus and Rastakor had an affair. That was like one of the last things school implied. They implied they had an affair at some point. And while I know no queen openly looks like a monster, there is a queen who happened to hide her face enough to where we wouldn't know. Selena the Shy was a butterfly. A true butterfly. And even her prophecy hints towards it. A trove of cosmic secrets that never will be told. Cosmic secrets seems like secrets along the lines of, oh, I wrecked the entire world and I'm actually part monster. And I mean, honestly, which would be more impactful? Which would be more impactful to Star's cause? A queen that just came from nowhere, or a queen that's part what you despise? It would really give more credibility to Star's equality for monsters. And I think that that's the path they're going to go with it. And I do feel like Eclipsa is going to dip down during this. And I feel like Eclipsa might go out too. Because we all know Star's going to try to give that throne back to Eclipsa. That's kind of what she's been building up to do at the end of Season 3. So either Eclipse is going to tell her no, or Eclipse is not going to be able to take up the throne. Because I don't feel like they're just going to pull the Eclipsa was evil the whole time card. Because they've established her differently. It's like going back and forth ping-ponging with something, and then you don't really know what to believe. Because they've established a lot more of Eclipse's character. But it's just never touched on. And it just makes a lot of sense for them linking the family tree back so Star doesn't have this whole, we're not supposed to be here, therefore we gotta give it back. And if they were actually related, it would also make sense of the deal between queens, which kind of made lacking little sense. And also I have directly in the center a clip from the promos that were released in November, and they have Moon using the Darkest Spell. But the thing is, Moon using the Darkest Spell didn't come up in the episodes in November, and the only time they've come relevant again is in Tough Love when she got practically killed. So I feel like Star is going to use the Darkest Spell. Now, let's get for the thing you came to see. I feel like they are going to round out this love triangle thing in Season 3, in this finale. I feel like they're going to round it out. They got to finish it. They set it up, they got to finish it. I feel like Season 3 is the time to finish it, because you've been doing all this, and they've played all this up. I hate to say this, but I feel like they're going to fix the love triangle thing before they fix the we're not actually related to the butterfly family. But That's all on its own thing. And also another point I want to point out with Selena the Shy being part butterfly. Like, here's the big question. If Selena the Shy was never going to be important, why'd they even introduce her to it? The show basically tells us very little and only what we need to know. But the question is, why did we need to know anything about Selena the Shy? What was so important about her that we just had to know about her? What? It just makes so much sense. If she was the one that ties it back together, and now you're going to say, well, Solaria the Monster Carver was brought up. Well, they've made her relevant too with more monster connections. With things like they made that relevant with monsters actually being able to take over the castle, the foreshadowing thing. We know nothing about Selena. We at least know stuff about Solaria. Selena was just introduced like, hi, I'm a character you know nothing about, and we're just expected, and it's basically, we need to learn something about her. Otherwise, bringing her into this was pointless. And finally, the emojis. In the corner, I have my analysis of the emojis, which basically goes into detail of while Marco fights, I feel like Eclipse is gonna try to accompany Star to the Realm of Magic. Whether she's gonna get there, I feel like Eclipse has got to do something in this. Okay, she's not with Marco's army, so therefore she's going with Star. Because going with Marco's army, she's just not shown doing any of that. So I feel like she's gonna go with Star into the Realm of Magic and actually learn how to do magic without a wand. And we're finally gonna get that. But with that said, that wraps up this one. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.